Hey Taurus, this is your 2019 Runes and Tarot reading. Just a quick disclaimer for you guys. This is a general reading. If the things I say here do not resonate with you, there's a lot of other videos here on YouTube. I hope you find one that answers the questions you want to find out. So I'm going to break this up for you guys in 3 categories based on 4 months each. And if you see me look off to the side, I have a few notes I've taken so I can do my best to keep this video under the 10-minute. So it's going to be a kind of difficult year for you guys. Main thing, Taurus, is it's going to be a lot of change. And I know that's not the easiest thing for you, but you'll be able to make it through it. And so we're going to start with the beginning of the year. You have the Hanged Man and the Rune of Ice. So with the ice, this is moving slowly but deliberately. It's negotiations with other people and yourself to understand what you're doing and staying the course. The Hanged Man, it is change in viewpoint, change in how you see the world around you, how you see yourself. And one thing you should look out for is if the energies seem frozen and they're not happening, this is your opportunity to see them from a different viewpoint, from a different angle. And be careful for anybody trying to scapegoat you, trying to make you the fall guy or fall girl for whatever scheme or plan they have going. Be aware, use your discernment when other people offer you new opportunities or ways to speed up the process. You might want to actually take it slow to enjoy the journey. You can't see much out of the window of a high-speed train. You see a lot more on a steam train. And it will be difficult for you because as a Taurus, it's really hard for you to really feel that energy of change and embrace it because you're so used to going in the way things are going, continuing the path, patience and steadiness. And there's going to be a lot of disruptions in this year. But you'll very much make it, and a lot of faith. Middle of the year, you have the Tower. Change. Things might feel like they're falling around you, and then you have the Gambler's Cup, which represents taking a chance, doing new things you haven't done before. And, be careful with the reliance of not wanting to take the chance, because as a Taurus, it might be hard to to totally step out from what you normally do. But every once in a while, when you feel the calling to it, is really beneficial for the soul to find a new viewpoint, to find a new way to connect to that energy. And sometimes it takes that chance, but it's going to seem like everything's falling around you, and you're floating very much ungrounded. And that's an energy that will really help you this year, is grounding. Whatever way works for you. A simple way that works with a lot of people is find the nearest tree and imagine the tree, the roots, the branches, the wind, and how even when the biggest windstorms come, it is still rooted and stayed. It's not going to be struck. If it's struck by lightning, it's the roots are still going to hold it there. It's not going to totally crumble. But this is a lot of strength for you, Taurus. And the end of the year is going to be very joyous. You have the Rune of Joy, happiness, and then the Empress, the female energy of creation, manifestation. There's going to be fruitfulness for you this year. Things are going to come into harvest. And you're going to really find more ability to motivate others in what you believe to be true, in your own energies. You follow your joy, your excitement, that really part of you that knows what you're doing is right. You will be able to more transmute, more change in your own way, behind the reins. Most of this year, it was going to see like external changes, things forcing you to change. different scenarios, either from the past year or coming up in 2019, that will lead you to a new thought process. The best thing about change is you're being open to something you haven't experienced. The joy, the happiness that haven't happened yet. And it will very much be with you. A few little warnings on this energy is when you do follow your joy, a lot of times people will try to put you down. They will put their energy to lower yours because yours is such a high happiness. It affects them in a way that shows them really like a mirror of what they're doing wrong in their own mind, because everyone wants to be happy. Everybody wants that joy. And if you're doing it and they're not, a lot of times it's upsetting to them. So they want to lower that vibration. And it is up to you, if you're willing to, is to share your joy in a way that resonates with them, in a way that makes sense to them, so you both can grow. And there's a little selfishness too in it, where you're having so much fun and joy in your year and your new viewpoints and a totally shifted vantage point of reality that you might be a little closed off to share that with others. But the thing is, when you share your joy, it's magnified, it's multiplied, it will come back to you more and more. And there's a lot of kindness to you, Taurus, and your strength will allow you to make it through this year. And if you have any other questions on your upcoming year, or you want any more detailed individual readings, my email is down in the description box, and feel free to shoot me a message and we can schedule out a time for you. Just to go back over the readings, show you one more time. At the beginning of the year, you're going to have the energies of the Hangman and Ice. This will seem like stagnation, may seem like it's not happening right away. You're moving slowly, but you're getting this time to allow you to see things from the other side, to see things from a different perspective than you normally have. And that will be a life-changing. And you'll feel like the lightning striking the tower that you build with all the knowledge and information you've gained. And taking the chances, throwing the dice, and knowing that whatever comes up will lead to your ultimate joy and excitement. And that's exactly what's going to happen, because by the end of the year, you're going to be in a state of joy and a state of creation, and knowing that what you're creating is causing joy. Eating that ripe apple, you feel it, especially if you're involved in planting the seed, grafting the tree, nurturing the energies of the apple. Once you take that bite, it is the culmination of everything you created. And Taurus, you're going to have a really great year. Stay strong, and any Tauruses that want a community or other like-minded support systems, please comment down there. And wish you all well. Have a great year, friends.